moving to Austria is one of the best decisions I have ever made. But the first week, trust me, it was a total mess. I almost got fined. I had no idea that stores were closed on Sunday, and I spent way too much on transport. Whether you're heading to the mountains in Innsbruck, the student hub in Linz or Graz, or the busy streets of Vienna, there's a specific Austrian way of doing things. I've put together an ultimate survival guide in this video, so you can skip all the stress and go straight to the schnitzel. Let's get into it. The first thing I want to say is one of the most boring things, which is the paperwork. Yes, trust me, it is, but it's very essential. This document is tied to every other document you will need to get in Austria. That is the Meldezettel. Yes, the Meldezettel is gotten from rat house. It's not the house for rats, so don't interpret it literally. It's where you register yourself that you've arrived in Austria. You're expected to do this within 3 days of arrival. And what is needed? You need a document from your landlord, which is a form filled with your name and your details, and you need your international passport with a fee. I'll put the exact amount on the screen. It's basically the way of the government saying, we know where you live now. You have to get your Meldezettel done because it is tied to your insurance, it is tied to your bank, and you can't get any important document without this Meldezettel. Meldezettels should be gotten within 3 days of arrival. But if you arrive on a weekend, like a Friday evening, no need. It's not counted. Your 3 days would start from Monday. If you're a visitor to Austria, in the sense that you're having a very short trip, like a week, and you're staying at an Airbnb or at an hotel, then you don't need this Meldezettel. You can skip this and go in and enjoy other beautiful things in Austria. Still on documentation, we need to talk about insurance. If you're relocating under work permit, then your employer covers this for you. But if you're coming in like a student or for other purposes, then you will need a self-insurance. You can get the OGK insurance or the Care Austria. The other insurance body or companies that I will list in the description of this video. I know before moving to Austria, you already realized that Austria is a German-speaking country. Hello, wie geht's? Yes. Now, I advise you to pick German here and there, like Guten Morgen, especially sprechen Sie English, bitte, which is, can you speak English, please? Which would help you a lot as a newcomer here. So this is one of the things I learned to say. Sprechen Sie English, hello, servus, and grüß Gott. This is greetings, and grüß Gott is simply greeting. Servus is also a greeting or bye. Tschüss and Entschuldigung bitte. Please grab all the common German phrases that you can before arrival so that you can be able to communicate to people. Say please, like bitte, Entschuldigung, excuse me. Sprechen Sie English, which is very important for an English speaker. Do you speak English, please? And the person would say, yeah or nein, yes or no. Then you can know and proceed to the next person. Now, speaking about this is speaking about translation. While you're getting into all the documentations, you will see a lot of German writings, and this thing looks like alien to you. Don't worry. These German writings, they can be solved with just Google Translator, or I prefer DeepL, personal preference. I think DeepL do translate the German, Austrian German, perfectly than the Google Translate. You can also translate with your Chrome. If you're going through maybe the government site, all you need to do is just right click, select translate, and put translate to English, and voila, you're done. I would also encourage you to go to YouTube channels and watch some basic German courses and take, so that you have some confidence with basic communication. Now that you've gotten your German sharpened and you've gotten your documentation, now the next thing you need to do is to talk about transport and navigation. I know I told you have to go to the rat house to register your accommodation, but what if you don't know how to get to rat house? This is where navigation comes in. You need navigation systems like your Google Map, or if you're using an iPhone, you can use your Apple Map, or you could use your ÖBB Scotty. Now, the ÖBB Scotty app would be very essential if you're going to need a tram, a train, or a bus. Now, I have technically listed the type of transportation that we use in Austria. We use the tram, we use the bus, we use the train. So the ÖBB Scotty would help you with delays, if they are real-time delays in tram or bus or the train, and also cancellations. So this is why you need the app. Now, moving fully into the transport segment. Actually, you might not even need a car when living in Austria, trust me. But if you do, I hope you have your driver's license. Austria is known for its network, transport network. The tram, the bus, they are interconnected, and most especially, in very rare cases, they are late. So timeliness and punctuality is also one of the good things with them, unlike, I don't want to say the other country, but if you know, you know. I'll leave it at that. Now, with this, you also need some app that would help you with first landing and also how to pay for tickets when you come in. Now, you need the ÖBB app. Remember I said the ÖBB Scotty is completely different from the ÖBB app. Now, the ÖBB app, you just need to download the app, sign up, and voila, you're logged in. You can put in your payments with card. You can pay with card, you can pay with PayPal, or you can pay from your bank, online banking. Now, with the ÖBB app, you are only going to see mostly the train routes, which is the train from one region to another, one small city to another city, and that's it. We have the ÖBB 77, which is a €77 card you pay for 1 year, and it gives you 50% discount. Then if you'll be staying in your city, we have what's called the KlimaTicket. Every region have their own KlimaTicket. For instance, in Steiermark, we have our own KlimaTicket. So this ticket covers your entire transport within the province of Steiermark. So if you get a Steiermark KlimaTicket, which is a Styria KlimaTicket, Steiermark in German, Styrian in English, this ticket allows you to go all around the city, the province of Steiermark, without thinking of paying any single fare other than what you've paid. It is basically about 40 something euros. I'll put the exact amount on the screen so you know what you're paying for. But what about if you want to leave the region of Steiermark? You would have to now pay for tickets. If you have the ÖBB 77, then you have discounts from what you already should pay, or you can go ahead and get the KlimaTicket for the whole of Austria. The KlimaTicket is simply the ticket that would allow you to take any kind of public transportation within Austria. It doesn't matter if it's train, tram, bus. Once you've made this payment, then you can go around freely. These KlimaTickets can be paid monthly or yearly. Now, for the ÖBB tickets, ÖBB 77, it is yearly. It is just a one-time payment every year. But for the Klima, you can pay them monthly or yearly. And when you get the contract, know that this contract lasts for 6 months. You cannot cancel before 6 months, unfortunately. Just be aware of this so you don't get into some of the mistakes that you would get into as a newcomer. If you're in Vienna, look at the Vienna Linien. If you're in Linz and you're a student, look at the Linz Active Pass for students. This can also help you a lot. Now, for people who are young, before 26, their ticket fee is always cheaper. So be wise enough to take the advantages available for you within this age bracket. And also people who are within the older bracket, which are called seniors, they also have a very cheaper fare. Now, I had shared tips about transportation. There's what we call Strafe. Strafe is when you take the transportation without payment and you're caught, then you pay. Trust me, you would use the money for Strafe to get like 2 months groceries. So do well to pay for your ticket at all times. Now, remember, all this app you need should be on your mobile so that you are handy. I'm talking about mobile phone and sockets. Now, Austria has a different socket. If you're coming from a different part of the world, you're coming from the UK, or you're coming from non-European countries, or you're coming from China, from Asia, or you're coming from Canada, the US, be sure to Google on what is the right charger for you. At this point is what the charger socket looks like, and you need to have your adapter so that your phone does not go off. I made this mistake and I had to buy an adapter here, convertible, so that I can be able to charge my phones and my laptop. So do not repeat the mistake. Hence, that's why I am making this guide. Moving forward, we'll talk about weather. Obviously, you're coming here, it might be winter, it might be spring, it might be summer. You need your weather app, especially when we're in the spring, fall time. The weather can be a bit unpredictable. You might think it's cozy or sunny, and it just changes and it becomes rainy, and you don't want to go out without getting yourself properly planned for the journey. I prefer the Beckfex Wetter. Wetter in German is weather. Now, talking about this, all the apps and information I am saying here, I have made a PDF guide for you You can go in the description of this video to get them after watching this video. Please do not run off just yet because the other parts was not included. Now let's talk about the Sunday shutdown. This surprises everyone. On Sundays, Austria is sleeping. No stores, no pharmacy, nothing. It's completely quiet. If you've not done your grocery shopping on Saturday, then you're stocked. You'll be stocked with ordering things online or buying snacks from the gas station. Now this dives us into the shopping system and grocery shopping in Austria. There are quite good marketplaces in Austria. Like you have the Billa, you have the Spar. I just called big boys leagues. But you also have the affordable ones, which are you have the Lidl, you have Hofer, you have Penny. Personally, I like to buy my meats from Penny. For Hofer and Lidl, these stores are also quite affordable. If you stay to the end of this video, I'm going to tell you some very helpful tips for shopping that I realized only after 2 years they're living in Austria. So don't just end here. If you want to get a lot of discounts and juicy benefits from your shopping, so you don't just waste your money anyhow. Continuing further, for the clothing brands, we have the H&M, we have the New Yorker, we have the Primark. Depending on where you live, there are other stores too you can explore. You just need to go around and check. There are very affordable clothing companies in Austria that you can get, relatively affordable. Let me put it that way. Now, I prefer to buy off season because sometimes if you know what is off season, in winter you get your summer dresses, especially when the seasons are moving off, and in summer when the seasons are moving to summer, you get your winter clothes. You can get discounts there. Now, how do you tackle your dead Sundays? On Sundays, Spar usually are open in most train stations. The Spar in my train station is open till 9 p.m. Now, know that on Saturday store closes at 6 p.m. so you need to get in with the timing and also get in with the pace. For food and delivery, we have the online delivery. We have McDonald's that can stay as long as 11 p.m., 12 p.m. Referando and the Foodera. These guys deliver to your home. So just in case you come into Austria and it's already the weekend and you don't have opportunities to get something for yourself, you can go to number one, the train station if they are still open. You can also order online. You can go for McDonald's for food. You can also go to Tankstellen, which is the petrol station. There are usually some petrol stations that have small outlets for where you can get things, though they can be little expensive. Then if you're from Africa or Asia, there are a lot of African and Asia stores here that you can get your groceries from or your food stuff from, the things that are very peculiar and spicy for yourself. Now let's talk about the school system. Now, if you're a student and you're coming to Austria, you just arrived, congratulations for attaining this level. Now let's get into the things that would help you slide swiftly into the system. Now for the academic apps, you need your Studio app. So it's a very important app that you need. You need the Studio app. All you need to do is sign up, look for your school name, and then use your email address from your school and get this. You also need the Moodle app, but this would also be provided to you by your host country. Now, one of the tips I would give to students are your calendar should be your next best friend, because this is where you have your life organized. So you can link your Studio calendar to your Google calendar so that you have them synced together and good to go. Now, the grading system in Austria is quite different. It's high, so if you're coming, get your mind prepared. Nobody told me this, that the grading system is really high compared to where I'm coming from. So the grading system is high and the numbering is also different. So 1 is excellent and 5 is fail. So from 50 you failed. You get 50 and below, you failed. So the standard is quite high. Get yourself prepared, get your winter jacket. If you get one from home, I will tell you in this video, just stay till the end where I would share the next tips where you can get affordable things here in Austria. Very affordable, and you don't need to break the bank to get good winter jackets, good winter shoes if you're coming in the winter. Even if you're here before in the summer and you're getting into the winter, I would tell you where you can get all these things. Now, next thing that is so important is networking. Networking is key. If you're a student, you have the opportunity to network with other students. Please utilize it, attend student events. If you're an expert, you can go on Facebook and check the experts in Austria. You can type in your city name and you would find a community that you can join. Please join a community to help you combat with the winter and quiet loneliness that you might face as an international living somewhere else other than where they have. go online, make friends, go for social meetups while you're here. For accommodation, where can you find the accommodation? You can find the accommodation in Willhaben. Most times, if you're not in Austria, this site is not open to you. So in Willhaben, you can find accommodation postings. You can find in Facebook Marketplace. You just need to type your city and Wohnung in Leoben, Wohnung in Graz, Wohnung in or your city, and it's going to pop up, and you can be able to see the kind of accommodation offers that are posted there, and you can make your choice. Sometimes you can also see accommodations that come with furniture, or you can bargain. For this last segment, I'm talking about the thrift. Yeah, thrift store. Now the Willhaben, you can see all sorts of things. You will see new, you will see giveaways, you see thrift things, items people are giving out, phones, accessories, furnitures, just name it, everything to make you settle in here. You will see it in the Willhaben store. Now this is online, and it's mostly accessible for those already in Austria. So most times if you're checking Willhaben out of Austria or out of Europe, you might not be able to access this website. Now we have the Shpock, we also have the Vintage, and then I'll list other ones still on Thrift. This is not really Thrift, but this is a very good tip. Now we have the app which is called Too Good to Go. So Too Good to Go is an app that allows you get things that would have gone to waste in supermarkets and stores and bakeries. So all you need to do is to download the Too Good to Go app, and you can have discounts of foods that you could just grab with $4 to $5. You will grab a lot of things in packs in supermarkets. So this is really very helpful tips for newcomers in Austria. Students who are on budget, please do well to grab these offers. Still on Thrift, now the offline versions. We have the colors, which is Caritas in English. So this place you can get even as low as $1, $2 things. You can pick them. They are like giveaway items that are sold very affordable, and they are really nice. Another one you can check out is Flohmarkt. Flohmarkt is also a marketplace where you would see things so affordable. These are where you can get your affordable winter jackets. You can get your whatever accessories, clothing you want, items that you might not even see very often in regular markets. You can see them in Flohmarkt. Now, how do you get to Flohmarkt? Just type the word Flohmarkt on your screen and add your city or your region or your on Google search, and it will bring out the dates available for these Flohmarkts. They are not done very frequently for small cities, but in larger cities, I think they are more frequent than in smaller cities. Now, if you've stayed so far to this video, thank you, and I hope these things I'm sharing are really helpful, and I want you to settle in very smoothly and more comfortable than I did when I came. I told you I was going to give you a shopping tip, and here it is. All the stores have their online platform, like the Hofer, the Lidl. They either have a card or a registration. Please register with them. You can get points and get discounts. I did not mention Media Mart as a store. This is where you can get your electronics and your electrical devices, like get a gadget, get a phone, get a laptop, get extensions. Now I have a discount card with them, and every of my birthday they give me some percentage of some things I purchase. So these are some of the things you can be missing out. For your grocery stores, do well to register with these stores. Both the clothing stores, do well to register with them, and you can get discounts when they're having promotions. You can using their app or their card. Austria can be a bit formal at first, but once you find your community, either by the expat community or just meeting people for hiking, it will begin to feel like home. Now, if you're watching this video and you're hoping to come to Austria soon, please leave in the comment section which city you're aspiring to come. And if you're already watching this video from Austria, please leave in the comment section to which city you're watching from. I do hope that this video has been very helpful and impactful, especially in helping you to slide smoothly into your Austrian journey. Now, remember I told you about the PDF guide that I have provided just for you. Go in the link and you click it. Note it's for free, and this is just something I'm offering for my community. Until next time when I bring the next juicy content to you, if you've liked this video, maybe you might like this one here.